I've seen him crush rocks with his bare hands.
Nothing too painful to start with.
This sounds crazy, but we're over Demon's Triangle.
Let's go fishing, Thomas.
At 7 this morning.
Well, we couldn't let you leave without saying goodbye.
Thanks a lot.
It was strictly business, Kelly. No reason to spoil your vacation.
Besides, isn't that pretty smile of yours due back in the lab in a couple days?
Don't remind me, please.
Kelly, the main thing is to get this to the director. You know what it is?
I think it's the end of my vacation.
It's a computer chip that was stolen from the Pentagon. We recovered it late last night.
Important, huh?
Our country's defense program depends on it.
You have your passport, Kelly?
Sure.
Great. Here, hide this somewhere.
Ooh, I've got just the place. Made it in the lab for one of our unit agents.
Just testing it, huh?
Well, it went with a new dress I bought for this vacation.
Thomas. I see it.
Are those soldiers after you?
Only the ones with the guns. Kelly, you listen to me. You take this ticket, go out that gate to that plane. Very calmly.
We'll entertain the troops till you're in the air.
Thomas, I'm scared.
Go ahead, you can do it. Just don't look back. Get out of here.
USSR Sloane.
Good morning. Where's Kelly?
Thomas. Our plane. There were no survivors.
I don't believe it.
I couldn't believe it either, Thomas.
I'm afraid it's true. The aircraft disappeared at sea in an area known as Demon's Triangle.
Demon's Triangle? You mean like the Bermuda Triangle?
Not as well known, but just as mysterious. Over the years, a number of airplanes and boats disappeared without a trace.
We put her on that plane. It's going to take more than a story about some mystery triangle for me to believe that she's dead. There are other islands out there, aren't there?
Yes, Thomas, quite a few. All uninhabited except one, Corsair Island.
That's where I'm heading.
That makes two of us, Thomas.
Thomas, it's also a matter of national security. If that computer chip you gave Kelly fell into the wrong hands, our adversaries would have devastating military knowledge of our defense system. We have to recover that chip, or know beyond a shadow of a doubt it is irretrievably lost.
Still don't believe it, but I saw it with my own eyes. We were pulled off course and landed. You had no control over it.
Kelly, you're right. Yeah, I've been pushing these puddle jumpers around these islands now for 3 years. I've never seen anything like it before. It was like something just reached out and grabbed hold of that plane.
Good morning. I trust you weren't too uncomfortable last night. I would have been here to welcome you myself, but I was busy.
Listen, I don't know who you are, but there are laws in these islands.
Indeed there are. Unfortunately for you, I make them. As for who I am, the name is Morgan Lancaster.
And I'm Captain Clark, pilot of the plane, responsible for these people. Just what do you want with us?
I'm only interested in you, Captain Clark. Your passengers have nothing to offer me.
Then why did that woman take all our jewelry?
But my dear, travelers to the West Indies have always been the unlucky prey of freebooters and buccaneers.
Buccaneers? I think you've seen too many Errol Flynn movies.
Perhaps we can discuss it later. Just the two of us.
If I don't show up, start without me.
That wasn't an invitation. It was an order. You'll show up. Come with me, Captain Clark. We have business to discuss.
What kind of business, Lancaster?
Take him.
Easy.
Held up.
Luck?
We got through Demon's Triangle and we're still afloat.
You a navigator?
No. I'm a treasure hunter.
Very few Spanish galleons ever sailed these waters. A treasure hunter like yourself should know that.
Did I say Spanish galleons? No. I'm after more modern wrecks. Victims of Demon's Triangle. Like that passenger aircraft that went down yesterday. You heard about it, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Well, that's funny. They got a man that Sails these waters would be the first to hear, but no matter. There is a Demon's Triangle. There's a lot of wrecked ships and planes out there. Be a treasure hunter's paradise.
Make no mistake about it, Mr.
Sloane. Thomas R. Sloane.
The Demon's Triangle does exist, Mr. Sloane. And boats and planes aren't the only things that disappear in it.
It's like a travel brochure. Corsair Island?
Your first visit?
Yes. But I have a feeling it isn't yours.
Don't tell me. I'm the island girl of your dreams.
You've heard that one before.
Sorry to disappoint you.
So far you haven't. Oh, that ring.
What about it?
Looks like a Cardini original.
Cardini?
Cardini, the jewel maker. Queen Isabella's court.
I don't think so.
The master left his mark. This could be priceless.
Well, did you find the mark?
No, this is just a good copy. But I'd like to have one.
It was a gift from a gentleman.
I'd like to meet the gentleman that gave you this gift. I'd like to take the both of you to dinner tonight.
That could prove to be interesting.
You know what you're asking me to do? Betray my country. What makes you think I'd even consider it?
Oh, come, Captain Clark. A few years ago, you were a bright young pilot in the Air Force. You were considered good enough for astronaut training, but you washed out. Seems you couldn't take the pressure. Began to gamble heavily. And now you've sunk to island hopping in the Caribbean.
You know a lot about me.
Oh, we know a great deal more. Don't we, Lafitte? As at last count, you were over $20,000 in debt to some very dangerous gamblers, and they're running out of patience with you. I've done you a favor, Captain Clark. You're officially dead. A victim of Demon's Triangle. Now, I have the power to resurrect you. I'm offering you a completely new identity, from passport to credit cards, and $500,000 in cash.
And all I have to do is become a traitor.
I had a great ancestor whom many consider to be a traitor. But before he died, King Charles himself bestowed a knighthood on him.
Morgan Lancaster? You mean you're a descendant of the pirate Henry Morgan?
Sir Henry Morgan.
Hello? Yes, he's right here. Sir? It's Captain Nicholas.
Yes, what is it, Captain? Which one is he? Let me get a closer look. Very well, Captain. I'll take care of it. Well, Clark, I'm on a very tight schedule. I need your answer right now. Or perhaps you'd rather give it to Manola later.
All right.
Good. Well, Lafitte. It seems we've taken a new man aboard.
call you?
I'll call you at your hotel.
Fine. This boat for hire? By the hour, day, or week? It's first class.
Well, she has twin diesels, cruises at 30 knots. We can cover all of those islands in 3 days, Thomas.
Torque, I think we found the right island. I bumped into a girl that was wearing Kelly's ring.
Are you sure it was Kelly's?
Yeah, I'm sure. I even managed to look into the secret compartment. But it was empty.
Well, then there's a chance Kelly's still alive.
Torque, I hope so. How about you? You come up with anything?
Well, the man with all the power around here is Morgan Lancaster. He's very rich, very strong, and very private.
How do I meet him?
Why would you want to?
I understand he's the man that makes things happen around here.
Well, maybe I can arrange it. Wonder what's keeping my friend. Think I'd better give him a call. I'll be right back.
I hope so.
Thank you. I knew she was too beautiful to be true.
Thomas, let's go fishing.
Ready to go!
Good catch. That big one up there, your chef, he's Lancaster's top man.
But I didn't leave him a tip.
True pleasures of life. Champagne for breakfast. Don't you think so, Lafitte?
I liked it better when it was just the two of us.
Oh, I can take a hint, if you'll excuse me.
But surely it's better here than in your cell.
Nope, I like the company better there.
You don't know me well enough yet. I understand that Lana stole this ring from you. Which is all right, because if she hadn't, we wouldn't have known about your Mr. Sloane. Marvelous. Your reaction was almost unnoticeable. Kelly, who is Thomas Sloane?
I don't know, I really don't.
I'd tell him if you don't want him to hurt you.
When you get to know me better, you'll realize that normally I'm a very patient man. But right now, I have a strict schedule to adhere to. Manola, we're going to ask the young lady about Mr. Sloane. Nothing too painful to begin with. He's extremely strong. I've seen him crush rocks with his bare hands. Tell me about Mr. Sloane.
Morgan, you have company.
Manola, take a balloon.
Mr. Lancaster. Thomas R. Sloane. I'm sure Lana's told you about me.
Welcome aboard, Mr. Sloane. I must apologize for my islanders last night. They can be overzealous.
Well, good help's hard to come by.
May I offer you a glass of champagne?
Thank you, but I won't be staying that long. I guess you weren't able to contact your friend who gave you the ring?
No.
Poor Lana. Nothing seems to be going right for her at the moment. You know what I suggest, my dear? A long vacation. Home to your beloved Forterra, where you can relax, spend some time with your family. What do you think of that? Good? I knew you'd like it.
Morgan, please.
No. You must do as you're told, otherwise you'll make me extremely angry. And we wouldn't want that, would we, my dear? I'm told you're a treasure hunter, Mr. Sloane.
You talked to the captain who brought me to the island.
Lafitte and I always like to know when we have interesting visitors.
Did he also tell you that I asked about the plane that went down?
It seems he mentioned something about it. Is that what you were diving for this morning?
Yes. But you know what I think? I don't think any plane went down.
What do you think happened to it?
I don't know. But I think the pilot and the passenger are still alive. That they're around here somewhere.
What makes you think that, Mr. Sloane?
Because the ring that Lana was wearing yesterday, that belonged to a friend of mine who was aboard that plane.
I'm sure you're mistaken, Mr. Sloane.
No, I don't think you're sure of anything. No, I think I'll be leaving.
I was about to suggest the same thing. Let's give our local sharks a taste of Mr. Sloane.
Lancaster.
Sure did. He was quite charming until I asked him about Kelly's ring. And then he became quite nasty.
I still believe he has something to do with Kelly's plane disappearing.
You get a chance to look at Lancaster's house?
No problem at all. There was nobody home, and I found no trace of Kelly. If she's still alive and Lancaster's holding her, I don't know where.
I think I know somebody who might. She's on her way home to her little village of Portero.
Portero, huh?
I chose this island deliberately. It's Demon's Triangle. Aircraft and boats have been disappearing around these parts for years. Don't ask me how or why. I've no idea more than anyone else. But it suits my purposes.
I still don't know how you managed to bring my plane in.
You're about to find out. In exactly 20 minutes from now, a small commercial aircraft will be flying close to this island. On board that plane is a middle-aged couple who believe they've won an all-expense-paid trip to the Caribbean. As a matter of fact, they did. Only I'm the one who's paying for it.
Who are they?
Their name is Herzog. It won't mean anything to you, but like you, they are essential to my overall plan.
Which is?
Patience, Mr. Clark. All in good time.
Mr. Lancaster, the flight is on time.
Excellent. There she is. Prepare to lock in exactly 17 minutes.
out of a brochure. But now you have disappointed me.
Morgan
said that I was dead? Why'd you set me up?
I was just following Lancaster's orders.
Are you still following his orders?
Not anymore.
Good. Then you can tell me the truth about the ring and the girl who owns it. She's alive, isn't she?
Well, even if she is, you can't help her. Nobody can.
But she is alive.
All right, she's alive. What difference does it make?
Where is she?
Look, I can't tell you. Lancaster would kill me. I'm a prisoner here myself.
Then maybe I can help you. Trust me. Where is she?
He's holding her at Voodoo Mountain.
Thomas! There's a group of natives heading this way carrying blowguns, and I don't think they're very friendly.
They're bolas. Lancaster takes care of them, and they hunt for him with those poison darts.
Wish you hadn't told me that. Get your head down.
Dork.
For a minute, I thought we'd get stuck back there.
Lana?
Lana? Thomas? She's dead.
Four, three, two, one. All right, Manolo, lock in the control.
Controls locked in, sir.
Autopilot's malfunctioning.
Auto off.
Controls are jammed. Oh, this sounds crazy, but we're over Demon's Triangle.
Wheels down.
Wheels down, sir.
Landing gear's down.
What should I tell the passengers?
Tell them to fasten their seatbelts and pray.
Switch off the engines.
Engine's off, sir.
There, Clark. As simple as that. I dare say my ancestor, Sir Henry Morgan, had more trouble boarding a Spanish galleon.
That's unbelievable.
Oh, wait. The best is yet to come. Those are the Herzogs. Have them brought straight here. Lock up the rest of them with the others.
Very well, sir.
Seems that somebody is trespassing on Voodoo Mountain.
I don't see any place on this mountain where Lancaster could keep prisoners.
There's a clearing ahead.
Do you think there's a message there somewhere?
Yeah, stay away from that.
Mr. Sloane and his friend seem to have a remarkable faculty for survival.
Who are they?
A temporary inconvenience. Nothing more.
It's like one of those foolproof locks. You got your master key with you?
Right here.
After you.
Thanks.
It's got to be 3, 5, 9.
Wonder what floor we're getting off on.
Got a hunch it won't be the toy department.
Looks like your hunch was right.
Anybody going down?
Welcome, Mr. Sloane. It is a pleasure to see you again.
Thomas, Torque!
Hey, you kid. Sorry I got you in this mess. You all right?
It's just so good to see the both of you. No, it isn't. Now he's got you, too.
This is just a temporary setback, huh, Torque?
Maybe not so temporary, Thomas. They took all of my attachments when they searched me.
Don't worry, Kelly. He'll come up with something.
Nothing like a vote of confidence.
What about the computer chip? Did Lancaster find it?
No, he didn't even look for it. But as soon as I saw this girl named Lana eyeing my ring, I hid the chip in my shoe.
Kelly, I love you.
I'll remember that. We have to get out of here.
But if Lancaster didn't want the chip, then what was he after?
As far as I can tell, he wanted the pilot. His name's Clark.
Well, why would he want the pilot?
Well, I overheard the guards talking. It has to do with something big that's going to happen this afternoon. The Herzogs are involved, too.
Herzogs? Kelly, who are the Herzogs?
They were on the plane that landed a few minutes ago. I talked to the other passengers, and they said their plane was forced down just like ours. The pilot had no control over it. Thomas, what's it all about? What's he up to?
I don't know. But whatever it is, we better find out before he does it.
Yes, here. Put her on. It's for you, Mr. Herzog.
For me? But who is it?
Your daughter.
Susan?
Daddy, where are you? What's going on?
I don't know, honey. Your mother and I, well, we were on the plane. But then...
Susan, I'm sure you recognized your father's voice.
Well, yes, of course I did. Who is this?
That's not important. What is important is that you understand your parents are in my charge. They'll be perfectly safe as long as you do as I tell you. I had to come and say goodbye, Mr. Sloane. We won't be seeing each other again.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I was hoping we'd get to know each other better.
Were you indeed?
Kelly was just telling me about your illustrious ancestor. It's a privilege to know a man who has the blood of Henry Morgan flowing through his veins.
You're interested in pirates, Mr. Sloane.
Brave ones. Not those that push women around and are afraid to meet a man face to face.
Are you calling me a coward, Mr. Sloane?
Torque, am I calling him a coward?
Sure sounds like it to me.
Yeah, I am calling you a coward. But then you can prove that you're not. Let me out of here. Choose your weapons. Cutlass, pistol, hand-to-hand. You name it.
I'd like to take you up on that, Mr. Sloane. but I haven't got the time. There's far too much at stake to indulge in games. As for you, my dear, since I no longer have Lana to keep me company...
No thanks. I think I'd rather go down with the ship.
Pity. Well, suit yourself. Get what you need from the armory, then kill them.
Yes, sir. Nice try. For a minute, I thought he was going to pick up the gauntlet.
Nice tries don't count, unfortunately. Torque. The light fixture. What do you think?
It just might work.
Okay, Kelly.
Hey, look. I think I just changed my mind. Call Lancaster back.
It's too late for that. He's gone.
Listen, I don't want to die. Maybe if you and I talk this thing over, we could come to some mutual understanding.
What happened to going down with the ship?
You shut up.
Ooh, that's telling him.
Some loyalty.
Yeah, can you believe it?
Come on. All you gotta do is turn that little key. You won't be sorry. Just think what you could be letting yourself in for.
You stay back there.
Kelly, unlock the door. Friends in a hurry. Where's Lancaster?
Recognize it, Clark?
Of course, the XT-100. I was trained to fly it. Most closely guarded aircraft in the world today.
Also the single most destructive weapon ever devised by man. And that's the plane you're going to help me steal.
Thomas, is Kelly all right?
She's fine. The computer chip is safe. You better notify our Caribbean contacts to rescue the other passengers from Lancaster's stronghold inside Voodoo Mountain.
I'll get right on it.
Effie?
Yes, Thomas.
Do you have anything on Clark yet?
He was a highly rated bomber pilot in the Air Force, then transferred to the astronaut training program.
Impressive.
Except that he washed out less than a year later. There is something, though, you might find interesting.
What's that?
He was one of a handful of pilots checked out to fly the XT-100.
Thomas, that might fit in with what I've learned about the other two passengers you mentioned, the Herzogs. Their daughter Susan is currently employed at Bean Air Force Base.
In what capacity?
She's a computer expert, responsible for mid-air refueling of the XT-100. She picks the time and place.
Then the plane has to be what Lancaster's after.
Thomas, you're right. According to data just received by my computer monitoring system, the XT-100 is scheduled to refuel in the immediate vicinity of Corsair Island, less than 15 minutes from now.
There's no way to reprogram it?
I'm afraid not.
Thomas, it's up to you now. Lancaster must not get hold of that plane.
10 minutes from now, the XT-100 will rendezvous with our mothership, 30,000 feet directly over this island. 5 minutes after that, I'll bring in the XT-100, then you can take over.
What's my destination?
The NATO Defense Command headquarters in Europe. When you're within striking range, you'll fire the XT-100's missiles.
But they're armed with nuclear warheads.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
But you don't seem to understand. A strike like that could be...
Catastrophic is the word you're looking for.
Lancaster, what do you get out of this?
Something my notorious ancestor never even dreamed of. You see, Clark, I've made an alliance with the most powerful organization in the world. Cartel. And in exchange for the services of my XT-100, beginning with this NATO strike, they have guaranteed that in a relatively short period of time, I will become Emperor of the entire Caribbean. Only 8 minutes to go. Stand by to lock in. Lock in.
Locked in, sir.
Got you, my beauty. Easy. Be gentle, Manola.
This is Air Force XT-100. Mayday! Mayday!
They can't hear you, XT-100. Your transmission is jammed. So is your ejection apparatus. Your failsafe control. Your self-destruct command switch. There's nothing you can do except enjoy the remainder of your flight.
Torque the roof. Take a look inside.
Time to lower the wheels, Manola.
Wheels lowered, sir.
I've done it. The greatest act of piracy of all time.
You move, shoot him.
Right.
No, easy, Kel. This wasn't my idea. He forced me into it.
Mr. Sloane, do you realize if I don't coordinate that landing, the XT-100 will crash, and I have absolutely no intention of stopping it.
Torque. This is what he uses to bring the planes down.
Yeah, and the XT-100 is coming down right now.
It's an instrument landing simulator.
According to that altimeter, the plane's down to 1,000 feet.
Those antennas. They must create a magnetic field. If we can break it, we can put the plane back in the pilot's hands.
Yeah, but Thomas, we only got 15 seconds.
Torque, cut that radar switch.
Got it.
Let's go all the way.
Thomas.
This is Thomas R. Sloane. Captain, try your controls.
I think you got your plane back.
Roger, Sloane. We owe you one.
Bon voyage.
That goes for us, too.
Kelly,
Yes, sir?
Kelly, I think the director wants to tell you something.
Mr. Director?
well, yes. You see, Thomas and Torque filled me in on the way you handled yourself under the most trying circumstances. So I think it's only fair that you should get a small raise. Well, perhaps a medium-sized raise.
Sir, she really was quite brave.
Gentlemen, please.
We know the department isn't made of money.
At least you could throw in a lunch.
Good idea, Thomas. I'll take the three of you. I know this little restaurant where they chop up and cook the food right at the table. You see, they use these long knives.
Tomorrow, the Earth may be destroyed unless Buck Rogers takes Princess Ardala as his bride. Next, it's Bob Hope's all-star look at the primetime TV war with Lonnie Anderson, Eric Estrada, Gil Gerard, and more. Then, who will be this year's Miss America? Ronnie Lee hosts the world's most famous pageant tomorrow. Don't miss The Tonight Show as Johnny welcomes Bob Hope and Richard Pryor following the news next.